Welcome back to the Edgewater Race Report, episode number 24. Almost at that 25 milestone. As always, I am Ric Vickery, joined by Rob Ric. Rob, I'm all bundled up over here. It looks like you're a little bit more comfortable, a little warmer than I am.
A little more comfortable here. It's cold outside, though.
It'll
warm up and be beautiful this weekend, though, which is what we need.
I said those temperatures. Fall has finally arrived. It feels like fall out about right now. But as you said, looking forward to. We're going to get to all the excitement happening. Big 3-day weekend coming up at Edgewater. As you said, forecast looks incredible.
Absolutely beautiful.
Beautiful.
To, normal October temperatures. Been a little unseasonably cold here the last couple weeks.
Well, as we're talking about that weather, and it has been very favorable for us. We're looking forward to a tremendous weekend. Sunshine and bright skies ahead of us. But hey, as we usually do here, we get things going. We got to look back. It was the final 4-day weekend of the season there at Edgewater, and you really couldn't ask for any better weather than you had.
What a great stretch of 4 beautiful days. We had Thursday night tune-in test. That was really nice. Weather was good for that. Cincy Street Nights on Friday was killer, and it just kept getting warmer all weekend. We had a beautiful Saturday and Sunday for our 2-day 5K.
As you know, that Cincy Street Nights, one of the best attractions around the city, one of the best parties, the place to be. Obviously, there a great turnout, and as you said, you had Saturday, Sunday, the 2-day 5K, great turnout across the board. And there were some big payouts getting things going there at Cincy Street. I said we have a big shootout as well there. Yes. a big jackpot to be won.
Yeah, Cincy Street Nights was great. We had a $5,000 guarantee for small tire, and Boost 12 took the money home. The guy's pretty hard to beat. Every time he comes in here, he wins about every time. Hate Tank was in. Charlie Brown was flying. It just couldn't take out Boost 12 for the evening.
It's down to that, all the great heavy hitters, those heavyweights. You want to like as you get into the boxing there, that they really sluck it out. But again, they're all chasing. It seems like they're always chasing him.
Always chasing that money. We were sitting around after the evening Friday evening talking about what we can do for the next race, and we're going to introduce a new 570 index class. You can run radial, whatever tire you want to run in this class, but a 570 index. And, you get those big heavy hitters sometimes, and the guys that, maybe don't have as much in their trailer, don't want to come out and race against them. So this is a great index class for the guys that got fast cars, but, aren't running that 470, 480 mark to try to compete with the Hate Tanks and the Boost 12s and the Charlie Browns and that group. So I think it'd be a great new class for us.
You got to do appreciate that, opening up the field, new competition, some fresh faces to see in that winner's circle there.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, you had mentioned there that some of the big winners there at the Cincy Street Night. We've got plenty of more that we're going to run through here. We're talking about winner's circle. Rob, I'll hand it over to you if you want to run through it. Who was our big finals throughout this weekend?
All right, wrapping things up on Saturday in Super Pro, the very tough, hard to beat Wayne Adams comes up to victory over Jacob Decker. The Decker boys are always tough to beat. In Pro, Randy Burwell starts off with a big win over Dustin Jones. And then in juniors, Tanner Martin and Reed Carpenter battled it out. Both of them a little anxious on the tree. Both turned it red. Tanner by a little bit less and takes the win. And then Sportsman, the champ Brian Hendrickson gets back in the winner's circle, taking it over Mr. Dan Smith in Sportsman.
I say Hendrickson there. There's that name again, Hendrickson. Always in the running there. Also for our juniors, Tanner always seems to be right there in the chase.
Yeah, Tanner Martins, that kid's tough. I talked to his grandpa the other day, and he's debating on moving up to a big car next year or continuing on in juniors, and they're thinking maybe they'll do a little of each. Run points in the juniors, and then without running points, he'll run the big car for that racing. So good to see these juniors moving on to the big car. They always do really well. Some of the best racers out there. Started off in the little long cars, so it's good to see it.
All right, moving on. You said, Ron, we had Sunday winners.
Sunday fun day.
Sunday.
Sunday, only at Edgewater.
Who do we got?
The big win. Tony King takes it over Ashley Cook. A 009 on the tree sealed that victory for him. All right, in juniors, Mr. Gage Ratchford takes the winner over him. Miss Rubisky, I apologize, I couldn't read her first name on the tech card. Miss Rubisky, Gage had a 023 on the tree for that win. Moving on to pro, Jason Ford takes the win over Randy Burwell this time, takes the runner-up, not the win on Sunday. And then in sportsman, Jerry Fryer Jr. takes the win over Brad Johannes with a 053 on the tree.
Very, very nice. Very nice. Great competition. 3 big days of competition racing, closing out that big 4-day weekend. Congratulations to everybody taking home. You just get to those finals and get in that money.
Yeah, a lot of great racers made it in. A lot of good times. I know I had a blast being there. We always like to have this big long weekend, and we're looking forward to this coming weekend. It's our last 3-day of the year.
I would say absolutely. We say goodbye to our last 4-day weekend. Now we're going to look forward to our last 3-day weekend, and of course that's going to get going Friday the 21st. Obviously, we're here in the month of October. Friday the 21st. Tune in, test at its best. As always, gates getting going at 5. Hope to have that track hot around 5:30. Keep you rolling through the evening. Weather looks great. Tremendous looking forecast for Friday night. Hey, but we're getting back to the run for the winner circles, the runs for those payouts Saturday. And we got some special guests with us as well.
Yep, Saturday we've got our Bracket Racing Plus. The boys and girls from UMTR. Our stick-shift racers will be in for the day, enjoying some gear jam and wheel standing good times. And then we got our special Sticky Icky track rental Friday early.
I am sorry there.
Gates open at 10. The track gets super sticky at 11 a.m. and we race that till 5. So everybody that comes in and pays for the early testing, and spectators and crew, it's good for the whole evening, so you could stay all day. Come in from 10, you can leave at 11, 12 o'clock at night and have a great time and just do laps on that track.
Absolutely. I do apologize. I actually had that in my notes. I got a little anxious there, jumped in. So, yeah, we got the extended day on Friday with the special runs there in the afternoon going into our regular tune and test portion into Saturday. So you said again Friday, Rob, gates at 9 a.m.?
10 a.m.
10 a.m.
Yeah, I'm going to get down there nice and early and start dragging bright and early. It's a little bit cold in the mornings. Heat that track up, and then we're going to glue and glue and glue. And fortunately, we've got a nice supply of good glue. They're still a little tough to get, but we've got a nice supply for it for the rest of the year. So we can afford to blow a little bit tomorrow and make that track really good.
That'll be tremendous. We got the special, the bonus edition there going on Friday, extended day. Now Saturday, what time are we getting?
Yeah, it's radial and slick tire only early on, and then for our regular test and tune, we open that up to hard tire and everything else as well.
Right now, so we got that Friday. Saturday, again, we've got the UMTR. They're going to be joining us. We got our bracket racing in there as well. What time for gates on Saturday, Rob?
Gates open 12:30. On Saturday, then at 2 o'clock, we're going to do our open time runs. At 2:30, we're going to shut down those lanes, finish all that out, and then everybody gets a time run like our usual program. We're going to race right into it. We're going to flow. The weather was really nice and warm, so we decided to keep it our regular time so people, if they got stuff to do in the morning on Saturday, can still get that done. Pretty shortly, Mother Nature is going to force us to open those gates a little bit early and start a little bit early on Saturdays.
That sounds awesome. Now, of course, this was a reschedule. We didn't have anything originally on the calendar for this Sunday, but due to the movie coming in, we had to make a move.
Yeah, we moved. We had to move the Pink Ribbon Girls Foundation benefit to this Sunday, and the weather's proven to be great. I did some historical research on this weekend, and most of the time it's between 68 and 78 degrees and beautiful. And we got the top end of it. We got that 78 and beautiful this Sunday.
I was going to say, you nailed it there. You hit it out of the park right on the dot there, saying a high of 78 for Sunday. It's going to be a gorgeous day. Again, you said, October, Breast Cancer Awareness Month. I know how important it is for you to be teaming up with the Pink Ribbon Girls. This really is a day to highlight them and help raise some funds for a great cause.
Pink Ribbon Girls are going to have their medic truck there. They've also gotten a lot of great gifts given by people to help raise money. We've got a week's paid at Flat Hollow, Tennessee. Little lake trip next year will great. The winner of that, whoever enters into the car show, will be automatically in the run to win that. We've got swap meet. We've got our quick 32 race. We've got our 8th mile all run, and it's going to be a great day of drag racing, swap meet, car show. I know Keith Sperling's put together some really cool trophies this year for all the winners, the bikes and the cars that are in the car show. And come on out. It's going to be a great time for a great cause. Make sure you get some of those tickets, put them in the thing, win those gift baskets, and hopefully win that trip down to Flat Hollow, and we'll raise a bunch of money for the Pink Ribbon Girls.
I say, obviously that's kind of that big prize that you can get down there, but all the other raffle baskets as well. Some very quality items that people are going to want to, take home with them.
Yeah, there'll be a nice Edgewater gift basket there as well, and a lot of great people. If you check through on our Facebook, you can see the list of all the people that have helped out this year, that have donated goods and their services, and support those people because they're supporting a really good cause.
Yeah, as you said, it takes a village to kind of bring something together like this. Again, a great cause. Also, special shout out to one of our longtime sponsors at Edgewater, helping out with this Motors Brewing Company as well.
Yes, Keith Sperling is just awesome, and the amount of hours and hours he puts into this event, raising money for this great foundation. And we want to big hats off with Keith Sperling, and make sure you're out. His beer is at everywhere around town. Have a couple pints of that and enjoy that good craft beer.
As I do, everybody, kind of follows me on social media. I'm a huge foodie. So as I'm out, experiencing the different flavors of the city, I'm seeing more and more of the signs popping up on tap at different places. Motors Brewing Company. Yeah,
Motors Brewing Company is really making some inroads. A lot of bars around town, and it's good. It's good beer. You should try some.
I guess, in wrestling, we say expose the business a little bit. So I'm going to tell a story here about him. But I was over across the street at the new and improved Frogtown.
Yeah.
And, and they're always excited, when they see some people from the track come over. They always got a lot of questions, what's happening. And we were talking about the American Ale from the Motors Brewing Company. And it is actually outselling on their tap, outselling the domestics. It is their top seller.
Number one selling draft.
And how it got introduced over there, this is the funny part to me, is I'm talking to Charlie, one of the owners there with Audrey. And he said, you know what? I was just BSing with Dan Winley. And he kept telling me about this Motors, brewing company, this American Ale, and I kept just kind of dismissing it. And he said one day he finally says, Dan says, I'll be right back. And I think Dan is having a good time at this point. So he takes his golf cart, shoots on over to the concession stand. And I guess he's driving back on the golf cart. And, it's not the easiest of roads there. And he's trying to balance the cup. So it's spilling everywhere, but he's got a cup full they can try it over at Frogtown. And sure enough, he tasted it. Ordered it right away. I think Dan had the rep on the phone as they're trying it. They had it installed, and there you go. Now it's their top seller.
Yeah, Otter's a great place. We've had a few work meetings there after a race. So
absolutely, they've done a tremendous job over there. Again, all of our great sponsors there throughout the year, we give them regular mention, but especially here for this event, those are contributed. You can find those at facebook.com/Edgewater Race. Now let's get the details for Sunday, Rob. When are festivities going to get going?
We start our gates opening at 9:00, so you can start coming in early. The registration for the car show goes until 1, and then they're going to do the awards around 4:00. Probably right when we get to finishing up on our quick 32 race and our quarter mile all run. Track goes hot at 10:00, It's gonna be warm enough. So the track will go hot at 10 a.m. in the morning. We'll get the time runs in, and then we'll start eliminations after that and run those through. So be a great time. There's going to be some music and great gifts and great cause. Come on out and help out.
I said, what more could you ask for? We got the swap meet, which is so many goods, so much cool stuff to kind of go through and spend time even talking to those vendors there. The car show, some sweet rides are going to be there as those continue to grow each and every time. Of course, we got the racing, as you said, we got good eats, we got music, we got the gift baskets. What more could you ask for?
What
Sunday,
else do you do on a Sunday? I mean,
Sunday at Edgewater. The Bengals are going to beat the Falcons. We don't even have to worry about that. So
hey, just you'll be like me. I tape the game and try to hold my ears if anybody starts to talk about it, so I can feel like I'm watching it live.
Yeah, Rob, let's go back to Friday. Give us a recap, run through, tell us gate times and festivities real quick to recap it.
All right, Friday we start our sticky icky track rental. Gates open 10 a.m. Track hot at 11 a.m. As long as things are warm enough at that point. Going to get a little chilly still tonight, still around 30 tonight. It'll start warming up throughout the day tomorrow and throughout the weekend. So we're going to shooting for that 11 o'clock to get started with that. And again, like I said, you come in early, stay as long as you want. And then we keep the track, radio prepped till 5 o'clock, and then we'll probably take a little bit of break, and then we'll start letting everybody in, and then you'll have your hard tire and everything like that. And still be a great night for tune and test and great weather. And we're not going to have many more of these this year. So let's get out and enjoy it.
Absolutely. And Saturday,
gates open at 12:30, not 1. So get in there a little bit early. Track goes hot at 2 o'clock for time runs. Again, like we always do, we're going to open those lanes up for everybody. And then we're going to close them around 2:30, run those out, and then start open time runs and move right into eliminations from there. And then Sunday, fun day, we've got 9 a.m. gates, 10 o'clock track goes hot for time runs. We got registration till 1 p.m. We got the swap meet. We got the car show. We got the awards at 4 o'clock, and a beautiful Sunday morning and afternoon for beautiful cars and great racing.
Absolutely. Looking forward to it. Again, the last 3-day week in Edgewater, and it is stacked. You don't want to miss a second of the action. If it be on the grounds, on the track, we've got so much going for you. As I usually do. But before we get out of here, any parting words for the fans?
Come on down Friday, put them in the beams and have some fun, and stay for the weekend.
Absolutely. Hey, you don't even have to leave. Just stick around.
Stay for the weekend. Why not?
Go ahead. Stay for the weekend. Of course, again, the last 3-day weekend at Edgewater. Hey, but for this week's episode,
doing what we can because it's going to get cold and miserable here soon enough.
Hey, don't say. We're going to push it. We're going to be running until the Turkey Thunder runs, baby. We're going to be going into November we're going to keep it.
We'll push it till we can't push it anymore and get some good quality racing in. Hopefully we can go as long as we did last year and make it a great season.
Well, I know this for sure. We're going to be back next week hitting that quarter century mark, episode 25 coming up at you next week. But for this week's episode, I'm Ric Vickery. He is Rob Winley. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you at the track.
See you soon.